What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Movie Monday. This time around, I bring you interesting movies, so stay tuned. Our first movie update is called Jimmy's Hall. In 1921, Jimmy Gilton's sin was to build a dance hall on a rural crossroads in an island on the brink of civil war. The Percy Connolly Hall was a place where young people could come to learn, to argue, to dream, but above all to dance and have some fun. As the hall grew in popularity, its socialist and free-spirited reputation brought it to the attention of the church and the politicians who forced Jimmy to flee the hall to close. A decade later, at the height of the Depression, Jimmy returns to the CO Leitrim from the US to look after his mother and vows to live the quiet life. The hall stands abandoned and empty, and despite the pleas of the local youngsters, remains shut. Jimmy Gilton returns home to Ireland after 10 years of exile in America, seeing the levels of poverty and cultural oppression. The leader and activist within him is motivated. He makes the decision to reopen the hall in the face of what they may bring. The cast includes Barry Ward as James Gilton, Frances McGee as Lucy, Aileen Henry as Alice, and Simone Kirby and Saoirse Fox. Clearly, we can see that this drama opposes two different and opposed views of the world, but it's a deeply moving as the director, Ken Loach's sympathy goes to the yearning of young people who have no place to go, no prospects, no jobs, and who desperately want to find some joy, relief, and self-expression. And at number 2, we have In Stereo. In Stereo is a sharply observed dark comedy about the complexity of modern relationships. It's a humorous look into the lives of confused 30-somethings trying to figure it all out. This movie is casted by Mika Hampton, Beau Garrett, Mario Cannotte, and Amy Mullins. Have you ever been in a relationship where you feel like you love somebody, they love you, but you're not sure if you're meant to be? Well, In Stereo is a movie about David and Brenda, who are perfect for each other, and everyone knows it except David and Brenda. After they break up due to mutual immaturity, they voyage through a romantic despair that shakes both of them to their core until they realize what's apparent and work out a design for being together that they refuse to call being together. David self-destructs as an artist while dating an immature woman who sleeps with his best friend. Brenda endures a failing acting career, an eviction notice, and a boyfriend who doesn't do it for her. Later on, chance brings Brenda and David back together, and on the streets of New York at the possible worst times. Talk about fate or destiny, whatever you may call it. At number 3, we have Ran and Jackie. Ran Burney, whose real name is Ben Barnes, a traveling musician, and Jackie Lauren, a former singer, at a crossroads in her marriage, have a chance encounter where Ran is basking on the streets of Ogden, Utah. After a sudden car accident propels them together, Ran finds himself at Jackie's house for dinner. Rand's battling to find the courage to write his own music while Jackie's fighting for independence from her estranged husband, who wants her to return to the upscale Manhattan marriage. When Rand's musician mentor dies in a train accident and Jackie's husband threatens to take custody of her daughter, Rand and Jackie find the strength and music they need in each other. What they don't know is if the path they choose will lead to one another. Last but not least, we have Amy, which is a story of Amy Winehouse. You remember her, right? In her own words, the girl behind the name, a heartbreaking journey, a groundbreaking motion picture. Once again, BAFTA award-winning director Asif Kapadia directs yet another moving story where Amy tells the incredible story of 6-time Grammy winner Amy Winehouse in her own words. Featuring extensive unseen archive footage and previously unheard tracks, this strikingly modern, moving, and vital picture shines a light on the world we live in a way that very few can. A once-in-a-generation talent, Amy Winehouse was a musician that captures the world's attention, a pure jazz artist, the most authentic sense. She wrote and sang from the heart using musical gifts to analyze her own problems. The combination of her raw honesty and supreme talent resulted in some of the most unique and venerated songs of the modern era. Her huge success, however, resulted in relentless and universal media attention, which, coupled with Amy's troubled relationship and dangerous lifestyle, saw her life tragically begin to unravel. Amy Winehouse died from alcohol poisoning in 2011 at the age of 27. How sad. The stars include Amy Winehouse, Mitch Winehouse, and Mark Ronson. Well, it's time to call it a wrap, guys. Till then, it's Anna Polinari signing out. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, Mingi TV. You can follow us on Twitter at Mingi News, and also check our website on www.mingi.tv.